Hi everyone. I have another story, a true story that was sent in of an answered prayer. This one is by Kate Nyson as told to Sally Jadlow. It is called Prayer or Pray It's in the Mailbox. So that sounds really interesting, so let's see what it has to say. The day had finally arrived. Vacation day. It was the summer after my sophomore year in high school. My family and I had planned this Colorado trip for months, ever since my folks told us we would rent an RV in July. I'd saved a portion of the paycheck from my part-time job at Chick-fil-A. I looked over the stuff in the garage that Mom had gathered for us to take on our vacation. There were several boxes of food, including fruits, vegetables, and snacks. Did Mother think there were no grocery stores in Colorado? She also brought books for us to read, and my little sister's reading workbook since Mom was teaching her to read before she headed off to kindergarten next fall. My brother Sam and I added our own stuff to the pile, 2 guitars and 2 little violins. Caroline, age 6, and Claire, age 4, added their violins. 8-year-old Ab said he'd prefer to take his bow and arrows. Tucked into a sealed box were gifted for the little girls who would celebrate their birthdays while we were gone. How would we fit all this in the RV? I hope Dad had rented a big one. When we were leaving, "I'm tired of waiting," Claire said. As soon as Mom and Dad get back from the RV rental, I swiped the sweat off my forehead in the afternoon heat. It would be great to be free of this Kansas humidity for the next 10 days. We could be off and running as soon as we loaded the stuff, if we could cram it all in. Claire sat on the garage floor. "I'm so hot. When will the RV be here?" I glanced at the clock on my phone. The folks should be back soon. They've been gone for almost 2 hours. Caroline sat next to the sister and fanned her face with the bill of her ball cap. "I wish we had some ice cream. Kate, will you take us to Chick-fil-A?" A cool treat did sound pretty good. "Okay, go jump in the car." Claire couldn't get her seatbelt snapped, so I set my wallet and water bottle on top of my car to help her. With everyone buckled in, I jumped into the driver's seat and pulled out onto Mission Road, probably forgetting her wallet and stuff on top of the car. After all of us had placed our orders, my next younger brother, Sam, said, "Let this be my treat." I let him pay since I had a chance to get him some Starbucks somewhere down the road. We arrived at home right behind Dad and Mom. "Let's get this stuff loaded. I want to get out of the city before rush hour. We need to reach Hayes before we stop tonight," Dad said as he picked up a box of groceries. I doubted that we'll make it there before 10 or 11. Everyone pitched in, and as soon as we had it all tucked into the RV, "Okay, last call. Have you got everything? We're not coming back because someone forgot something," Mom said as she looked over the piles of plunder down the aisle of the RV as everyone found a spot to sit. I felt in my back pocket for my phone check. Couldn't do to be without that for sure. Dad slipped in behind the wheel. Let's get this show on the road, gang." I shoved my hand into my other pocket. "Wait, where's my wallet? Dad, hold up a minute. What's wrong?" "My wallet, it's gone." "When did you last have it?" Mom said. I started to say I'd had it when I bought our treats, but then I remembered Sam bought them. "Thank Kate." My stomach dropped as I realized I'd put my wallet on top of the car when I helped Claire with the seatbelt. Come to think of it, where was my water bottle too? I'm afraid it fell off the car when I pulled out of the driveway. My water bottle was gone too. I fought back tears. I'd saved several $100s for this vacation. Now I had nothing. Dad's shoulders dropped. Okay, everybody, out of the RV. We've got to find Kate's stuff. Everyone's mood changed, from excitement to worry. Mom and Claire started down the street one way, and Ab and Caroline went the other way. Dad, Sam, and I hunted the driveway and yard. How could I have been so careless? My vacation would be ruined. The heat seemed even more oppressive than before. My breath came in short little puffs. We walked every step of the yard, looked under bushes, and searched in the garage. No wallet. Ab and Caroline came back empty-handed also. Ab said, "We are never going to find it. Let's just go." "How would you feel if I said that about your bow and arrows, Ab?" I said. "Okay, I'll keep looking." Claire came running ahead of Mom. "Kate, I found your water bottle." "Where was it, sweetie?" "It was in the gutter." "She's got sharp eyes for sure," Mom said. "She spotted it while she ran ahead of me." "How far was it?" I asked. She pointed and said, "In the next block," as she handed it to me with a wide grin. "Thanks, Claire." I gave her a hug. Her discovery should have made me feel better, but it didn't. My legs felt like rubber. If the water bottle was that far, someone had found the wallet and picked it up in the street. Whether it was a jogger or a driver, they were long gone by now. Sam said, "Mom, why don't you text your prayer group and ask them to pray?" "I'll text Grandma and tell her." Dad sat on the front porch steps and motioned me beside him. "I don't know where else to look, Kate. If we wait much longer, we're going to be in the thick traffic." Mom began to get responses immediately from the ladies she texted. Grandma sent one word to Sam's phone, "Praying." If only I hadn't put so much money in there. If only I had given some of it to Mom and Dad to hold for me. If only, if only. Then a new thought made me feel even worse. Dad would never let me drive without having my driver's license with me. I'd have to go through those long lines to get another after we got back. I heard Dad saying something. I tilted my head closer and heard him praying as he scanned the traffic that was picking up on our busy street. "Lord, I have no idea where Kate's wallet is. You know all things. Would you please put it in the mailbox?" Was Dad serious? What made him pray a prayer like that? He stood and walked toward the mailbox beside the front door, put his hand inside, and pulled out my wallet. I stood speechless as tears blurred my vision. Dad opened a wallet, and as we all gathered around to watch him count the money, it was all there. Every dollar. Someone must have found it, looked inside to see my address on my license, and popped it in there. Who in the world does such an act of kindness? A scripture that I had memorized long ago in Bible study fellowship came to mind. The effective prayer of a righteous man can accomplish much. James 5:16. Dad put his arm around me as we all headed for the RV in hushed awe. This was going to be a great vacation after all. And that was the end. Isn't that something? You gotta believe what you're praying for. Like Jesus said, having the faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will do so. Pray for that wallet to be in the mailbox, and it'll be there. The Dad believed it, and he walked over there, and the wallet was in there. Not just only was the wallet in there, but the wallet was in there and had all of her money in it as well. Our God is great all the time.